So the LGBTQI community has been changing a lot over time, and it's made a lot of amazing progress. A lot of rights have been won, gay marriage is starting to appear in certain countries, etc. But a problem that does exist within the LGBT community is loneliness. What I wanted to share with you in this video is some tips and some ideas of how to kind of cut down on some of those loneliness experiences that people go through. Hi, my name is Yatin Mistry and I'm a mindset coach helping people from the LGBT and queer Desi communities. I love inspiring and encouraging people to live their best versions of themselves. So loneliness is a common occurrence for people in the LGBT community. It could be because of discrimination, maybe feeling like you don't fit in, maybe having had some homophobic experiences, maybe you're not out yet to your friends or your family or work, etc. And this can kind of create this sense of loneliness and a bit of despondency. So one thing that's important that you can actually do to help with loneliness is just self-care. And I know that sounds strange, but just making sure you look after your health, your eating habits, making sure you exercise regularly, bringing in some routines that can actually help with combating loneliness, because loneliness can kind of be a lack of routine in life. And so when you pull in routines, it can actually give a drive and give a momentum within ourselves. And also the language that we use. So sometimes, we can feel the most alone when we're in a crowd of other people. So sometimes the way we speak to ourselves, I'm not lovable, I'm not worthy, I'm not beautiful, all this language that we use can end up being quite unhealthy. So if we change the language and how we speak to ourselves, that can certainly start to change the way we see people and see ourselves with people. Sometimes the social connection is what's missing in loneliness. And I know that kind of sounds like common sense, but sometimes it might not be common sense. Maybe just taking up a hobby of some form which involves other people, maybe something small like going for walks with other people, maybe running, maybe some sort of sport, maybe things like rock climbing, maybe something creative like cookery or flower arranging or things like this. This can at least start to bring you in contact with other types of people. There are obviously LGBT groups as well. There might be gay walking groups or gay flower arranging groups, but there are, the idea is to connect with other people, and that's really important to combat loneliness, because maybe initially it might sound daunting when you go to a group like this, but eventually what starts to happen is you start to connect with other people, you talk to other people, and slowly, gradually that sense of loneliness can dispel. Another great way to get rid of loneliness is to find a volunteering opportunity, maybe to help out with a local volunteer organization. And, that can end up doing 2 or 3 different things. Normally, when you actually help other people out, what we're actually doing is helping ourselves out, because we feel better about ourselves. Whenever you give, there's always a sense of reward that's going on inside of ourselves, but we're actually helping the community. And again, you come together with other people that also want to help as well. There's the opportunity for social contact, and from there it can actually dispel a lot of loneliness as well. It also sometimes helps us to realize that there are a lot of other lonely people out there as well, and sometimes just being there for that other person, being at the end of a phone call, maybe visiting an elderly in hospital or someone that's ill in hospital, can sometimes actually just help lift their loneliness, helps lift your loneliness, and you feel good about it as well. Another strange one is connecting or disconnecting from social media. Connecting in the sense of maybe finding groups and organizations that you can connect with that might do, Zoom calls or physical activities. That's a great way of using social media to actually connect with people. However, disconnecting from social media in the sense of the endless scrolling that we do and just going through people's feeds. And whenever we see a picture of people with a group of other people, we might feel envious. And we might also feel that we can't fit in with that group because they're so different from us. And most of the time, social media ends up being a facade. The picture that's put up there doesn't actually describe the real scenario. Sometimes people put on pictures just to make to give them the likes kind of thing. And I've seen it where people will get together with other groups just for the picture, everyone's smiling, and then they all go their separate ways, literally just for the picture. And so sometimes people feel that that's reality. And when you see that and you're feeling lonely yourself, you might feel even more lonely. So disconnecting from that, sometimes our own lives are interesting enough. And if we just do a little bit of self-work, self-compassion, that can start to change the need to rely on social media. So dealing with loneliness can be difficult, but I'm hoping some of these tips will definitely help you. If you like what you saw in the video, please feel free to share the video out there, put some comments so I can know your thoughts, and like and subscribe to the video as well. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.